So last Friday, my buddy Steve texted our group chat inviting us over for what he described as a classic, no-frills board game night. The group was excited. After last month's trivia night ended with Steve trying to argue that Jupiter was a type of cheese, we were all ready for something less controversial. I showed up with a six-pack and my battered box of codenames, only to find Steve acting a bit cagey, hiding something behind his back. The rest of the crew trickled in, Sarah with her infamous spinach dip, Mike with his competitive streak, and Dave, who always brings that weird energy and, for some reason, a duffel bag. Things started off normal enough until Dave announced, "Hey, since Steve said board chains, I brought something special." We all froze as Dave unzipped his bag and dumped a pile of shiny metal handcuffs and actual chains onto the coffee table. Steve, red-faced, started stammering, "I said board games, not board chains." But Dave was already enthusiastically distributing cuffs and declaring that tonight's theme would be extreme team bonding. Sarah shrugged and said, "Well, it's not the weirdest thing we've done," before promptly clicking one around her wrist. We tried to play Monopoly, but it turns out that it's difficult to pass go when your left hand is attached to someone convinced that Park Place is a real-life investment opportunity. Mike, not one to back down from a challenge, attempted to roll the dice with his feet. Meanwhile, Dave kept trying to convince us to try Twister, which, given the chains, seemed like a lawsuit waiting to happen. The spinach dip was just out of reach, and every time someone tried to grab it, 3 people would end up getting pulled off the couch in a weird human centipede reenactment. By midnight, we'd managed to tangle ourselves into a living room Gordian knot. The only thing we could agree on was that Monopoly had, once again, destroyed our friendships. Steve finally sighed and said, "Well, at least now we know, Monopoly isn't the only game that ruins friendships. Sometimes, it just takes a few board chains to really tie us together."